B.I.P. Stretching early morning, it's hard work isn't foreign. Natties and scholarships, ain't nothing else important. Passion to be the best, yes, I'm a notch on the wrist. Passe, stay high and tight, Miss T, don't play that mess up. Gotta prove your worth in class to be center stage. I put in time on these fortes, ain't I minute made. Stay on point in every style, let me demonstrate. Second to none, and I put that on the quasi. I gotta give it my all. I wanna be responsible for one of the plaques on the wall. One trophy ain't enough, need my name engraved on the mall. Nothing's out of my reach. Miss T lace me with this pour the bra. Strong core on point, but I never fall. Shall say to the phone whenever destiny calls. Cause I wanna be the GOAT. So whether they on stage or in class, the mission's no no's. Look, Studiotypes, yeah, you know who we are. Expectations for greatness, aiming for Mars. So at minimum, we landing on the stars. Yesterday's limits ain't today, so we gotta raise the bar. Studiotypes, yeah, you know who we are. Expectations for greatness, aiming up for Mars. So at minimum, we landed on the stars. Yesterday's limits ain't today, so we gotta raise the bar. Being premium's a dream. Work the hamstring. Solo at national. My team can trust me. Every day trying to level up the repertoire. So every class, Studiotypes gotta raise the bar. Being premium's the dream. Work the hamstring. Solo at national. My team can trust me. Every day trying to level up the repertoire. So every class, Studiotypes gotta raise the bar.
My name is Taryn and I dance for a premier company. Being a part of 777 is like being in a family. It's like you are loved always and always accepted.
Taryn is a fun dancer to watch. She is so entertaining on stage. She's just fun. And she gives you her technique and she kills it every time as well.
I am Katrina Magby.
And I'm Tony Magby. And
We're the parents of Taryn Magby.
You see a lot of growth, strength, confidence, and I believe Taryn, it just helps Taryn with her work ethic in school as well.
I work with my parents. They own a rental company business, so we clean the stuff before it goes out to make sure that it's all like neat and together. Basically, on Wednesdays, we come in here and we clean all the inventory that's went out throughout the week and all the stuff that's gonna go out on Thursday and Friday. Every Wednesday, I'm here from 4 to 8, and then every time we don't have dance on a Saturday, I'm here from 9 to 12. Dance translates to working here when I'm like lifting things and like transporting things around, because the same like arm strength that you need to like lift people in dances is the same arm strength that you need to lift the tables and chairs.
She's a straight A student. I think just memorizing all the dance moves and routines, it helps her with her memory in school. So yeah, I definitely see growth.
My parents support me very good. They take me like wherever I ask for them to like take me, they'll pretty much let me go as long as like I give them a reason, like a strong reason as to why.
Sorry. Okay.
I didn't want to play
DJ, turn me up. Ladies, it's your jam. I'm the simple you know what I'm saying? And I'm a daughter's 90. Why you do it with no ass? Girl, drop it to the floor.
Partnering with Josh is so fun. It's like partnering with like your younger brother, because that's what I look to him as. But like working with him is very fun. It's challenging as well because like we have to stay together at all times.
doing today, Josh? We're supposed to be going to the movies, and then yeah, we're gonna see Nope, that new movie, and then we're gonna go to the Dwarf House. When I celebrated my birthday, it was exciting because I was with my family, and we went out. It was like everything that I planned went out accordingly, so it was good. My cousin's first impressions, seeing me dance was, they already knew I could dance, but their first impressions was like shock, like wow. Dance is like very important to me because it's one of the main things I do in life. So if it's not dance, I don't know what else, I don't know what it could be. I grew up, I was born into dance, so that's just my life. Life outside 777, I'm just chilling. I'm very chill. So if anything, it's just, I guess you could say it's like a regular life. No, it's no extracurricular activities in my school that I'm doing. Not at least this year, but probably like next year. Next year I was planning on doing like track and then probably doing marching band again, but it's nothing really, I'm just chilling. I had a marching band and dance. If I had to choose one, it would be dance. You already know, not choosing marching band over dance. It has to be dance. It was W birthday, the weekend. And yeah, I'm gonna see you on the next episode.
My dancer is Talia Evans. I would consider Talia to be a type of dancer that is passionate. She's very strong. She shows a lot of emotions. When she dances, like she sets a presence on stage. Like she draws you into what she's doing. Like you can really feel any song that she's dancing to, you can feel the emotion and like just, I like to tell her all the drama that is within her. She she really lets it out when she's dancing.
I'm Talia Evans and I'm in Elite Company. Being a part of 777, I feel is very fun and very family oriented, and it's just a great experience. I've been dancing with 777 for 12 years.
Talia is another powerhouse. She's a strong dancer. She gives you faith, she gives you grace. She just gives it all to you, and just amazing.
Talia, she makes you hold your breath, like your chest, your breathing stops when you watch Talia. Talia is a risk taker. She is so light on her feet, it's amazing. She has beautiful feet, and her passion is just amazing.
Talia, they mix up her name all the time. Talia is very intense. Talia is very intense and very intentional also about what she's doing. She cares about everybody, and she's kind of that one that will try to keep everybody up. She cheers for everybody, but she's very intentional, and she got it, and she has it.
Being a dancer and a teacher is definitely difficult. I feel like sometimes you forget, like I'll be so much ready for my own, to be dancing on my own. It just really helps me though. It kind of helps me in life. It helps me have patience, because that's something that I did need to work on. But when you're working with little babies, that's something that you have to have. But it just makes you look at dancing differently and look at your teachers differently and see like what they have to go through.
When Talia won overalls at Groove, I was stoked. I was super excited. I know she was excited. She has always been very hard on herself. She's always like second guessed herself or felt like she wasn't good enough. And we've always just told her, just, you know, you put the work in, you're gonna make it happen. I wasn't shocked, but I was happy for her. I always knew that she could do it, but now she's able to see herself doing it. And here now lately, every time she goes into a competition, she's placing top in her category, or placing in overalls. And I think it was at Car she won runner-up to title. So her being able to see that, I'm growing and I can do this. And I think it gave her, a little bit more confidence, not being cocky, but confident in knowing, like, what, God has given me this gift. I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. I'm going to put my best foot forward. So she is excited. She's excited.
For me personally, like how I felt about the competition, I feel like Groove was my best because I was really, coming into myself and being confident with who I was. Winning first place in my category and division has definitely taught me that I can do it and that I don't need to doubt myself, that I'm capable of meeting my goals. Going back to Star Power, it was definitely, we were all on board this season. Like, no one had COVID or any issues, so I think we were way better prepared to win than when we were last season, having to fill in places and redo dances like the day before. So we were much more prepared, and I think we just ran in stronger than ever before.
Competition season was good. It was long. It was really long this year. That's not a bad thing, because normally it goes by too fast, but it was just really long this year, and it just felt like it was just a bunch of ups and downs.
So during the pandemic, Star Power had us do block schedule. Block schedule was shared with another company or two companies, depending on their size. 777 being about 80 dancers at that time. We would then report. They will sanitize everything down. You'll have your own dressing room, and then you'll perform your numbers back to back. And that's grueling with running to your dressing room, changing your clothes, getting back to the stage, and then have to go full out on the stage. Now that the pandemic is less and we understand how to deal with it, with wearing our mask, it's back to normal, which means that we were in competition Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all day, starting at 5 o'clock probably in the evening on Thursday, ending at 11. Friday was a 3 o'clock start, and we ended at 10. Saturday was a 7 a.m. start, and we ended at 9. And Sunday was a 8 a.m. start, and we ended at 8 p.m. So it was a long day during Star Power.
Going from pandemic schedule to back to like regular schedule, it was definitely an adjustment. Like,
it was kind of sad for me.
It was, I mean, yes, but it also was like, you didn't realize how long the days were. Like, even though the kids were tired because they did a lot in that one block of them just doing their dances back to back to back to back, going back from being there for maybe 3 hours to going back to being there 10 or 12 hours, it was an adjustment. It was
sad.
You were sad?
Yes.
Competition is a good experience. Like, I like being with all my friends. I like dancing on stage with them, actually, like having that type of experience to dance on stage with my team. It's like, I like wearing the costumes, like actually like doing the whole dance full out, performing for the judges, getting the awards, like all of that stuff. It was good.
Each dance competition, the day before, I come into the dance studio and we run the dances together. And then while like I'm at school or like before competition, I play all of my songs in my AirPods just to get me like in the zone, and then make sure I have all my costumes and undergarments, and then I'm ready to go.
We prepared by having like rehearsals. It was some ups and downs in the rehearsals. Some people got hurt, some people show a little bit of emotion in the rehearsals, but we got through it. It was some mishaps on stage, but at the end of the day, we got a good score on the dances we did. We kept on practicing and practicing. Our teammates gave us critiques on what we had to do. They gave us critiques back, and it was just like that sort of communication so we could understand what we had to do on stage.
My normal routine for getting ready for competition is making sure that my dance bag is packed. I still do that as a staff member. Making sure that I have maybe a speaker or a pen. Those are also important things. A charger, because it's a long day. As a rehearsal director, I try to make sure that I have sometimes a laptop or the jump drive that has all of the music on it, just in case something goes wrong. You get as much sleep as you can because the days are long, very, very.
For me, I have to double duty the situation because I gotta make sure Joshua is on time, make sure he is fed. Sometimes he doesn't like to eat before competition, so we just have to make sure he gets a good breakfast, make sure I get enough drinks for him to hydrate. And then as a staff person, I have to make sure I have just everything I need for that day, especially if we don't stay in a hotel for the competition. If I'm coming from home, I need to make sure I have everything I need for that day so I don't have to, worry about missing anything at home.
So how we prepare is we do rehearsals in front of all the big kids so we're not nervous in front of the whole 777 dance studio. And then when we're at competition, we're not nervous because we do it in front of the big kids. It was amazing because the judges were surprised when they saw the little Janet mini when she had her long ponytail. The judges were just like walking across the stage, and me too. They were like, oh my gosh.
So I like respect, the look. What was the other one?
Janet, the look.
Oh yeah, the little Janet was just too cute.
I was Janet for All For You. It
Great.
was great. I remember one time when my wig fell off on the side. I was the Janet for, what was the name of my song again? Nasty Boys? Oh yeah, Nasty Boys. It was good because we did a lot of sassy walks and everybody like watched me while I was doing all the great moves. I got lifted up at the end and I got carried off.
That's awesome. How did that make you feel?
Royal. Seriously, you were like this in their hands. We used what we learned over the years to like make faces and express what we want the judges to feel.
Preparation differs from each competition depending on like what we have to work on. So compared to the very first competition, it was the first one, so like we knew what we were doing, but going into other competitions, we had to like refocus what we can do better, clean dances up, cut some dances out. Like there was just different things that we had to do to better prepare our dances for the next competition. That competition was pretty awesome in my opinion. We scored some really high scores with our individual elite group dances. We scored 5-star elite, which is the highest adjudication award you can get. So I thought it was a pretty great competition and we had some great competitors, and it's always nice to see some other good competitors.
Preparing for Star Power, I felt a little bit more pressured because I didn't get to go last season. But I was also very excited, like preparing for Star Power.
Well, last year, I wasn't able to go to Star Power.
Well, none of us were because we all had COVID, which is why we weren't there. So we were watching it on TV. So it was good for us to be able to go back because she kind of felt she was in her feelings watching it on TV. But I was like, there's no way we could be there. So,
but it's definitely a good environment. The venue was nice. I think that the girls, well, our company performed well, and so I thought it was a good experience.
I simply love meeting studios at competition, especially the teachers that have come from 777 that now have their own studios, or friends that I know that have their own studios. I love it because it gives us a chance to show our dancers what sportsmanship is. And we're able to root for each other. So when my dancers see me clapping for Namari, yes, they clap for Namari now. If they see me clapping for ETD, they start clapping for ETD. So I think it's a learning moment as an instructor, as a studio owner, to teach our dancers that it doesn't have to be animosity, right? It's just competition. And really competition, you're competing against yourself, against your score. What's the best score you can get performing your dance? Now, when we go against each other, that's overalls, but those are those scores from how well did we perform? So I love seeing my friends at competition. It's always a great time.
Dancers, go to your side of the stage. Go. Go to your side of the stage, please.
So Rosie and I did a TikTok at Groove. That went viral, but we had studios commenting in our comments like, next time we see you at a competition, we're gonna meet you on TikTok. And I'm like, bet, we'll see you there, bet. So it was so funny because on Friday night, we were just all running. And then we all had a kind of like a little break. And I looked at them like, y'all wanna shoot a TikTok real quick? And they're like, yes. And then Rosie was like, come on, let's go. So we got together with Vincent's dance studio. We got together with Namari Dance. And I think we missed ETD. I think she missed us. But we did a TikTok, and then some of our instructors, like Miss Tamika, Miss Casey was there too.
It was fun. I mean, we're used to being around each other anyway, so you know, it's like a reunion when we come together, so it was fun to see them and do something fun.
I feel like we need to make this a tradition. Like whenever we see each other, we need to do something for the gram, do something for TikTok, and have the kids just see that we are enjoying ourselves at competition as well.
You say you never had it good, babe. I guess you never knew I could, babe. But if you let me into you, I can work it till you do, babe. In the morning, I can freak it like you want it. If you like it real kid.
Landon and Bella are up for awards. Look at them. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? It's awards. Trinity, you coming with me to awards? You coming with me to awards? Okay. Give me $11. Girl, tell camera.
It's entry 323, Bella for My Daddy from 777 Dance Company. Intermediate 325, Work It Girl. Landon, 5 stars. 326.
Well, I let Landon miss school. That Friday, she got her hair done. I took her to get her nails done. All while missing school.
Nails done, hair done,
yes.
everything did, right?
So we just made it a day, and we just had a day of pampering for her. I made sure she rested up, and we just had a good time. And then Saturday we showed up, and she definitely showed out for Star Power.
I think everything is much better when you go back to Star Power and guess what? You come out in first place, right? And I think her staying in 777, her staying active and being able to continue to work on her craft made it that much better.
Tamara and Taylor as a duo is interesting. When they do see eye to eye and think that everything should be run the same way together, it's amazing.
And when they don't, then there can be a blow up.
A big one.
He left. Bryce is right there.
Bryce. No, you. Taylor, don't do that during their dance. That's why I said for it to come up this side on the side. It wasn't gonna be easy to get it up on this.
My mom, sometimes my mom overthinks things. So it was over the prop in Dope, which is a bar. And she was like, you should bring it on the side. And I was like, no, because there was a prop railing. Like, that's what she didn't hear me say. There was a prop railing. So the railing was here, and then it had to be brought onto the stage. So I was like, well, when the number right before Dope goes, I'll bring it to that wing. She was like, it has to be brought to the first wing. I was like, no, it doesn't. It just has to be brought right there. She's like, no, it has to be brought to the first wing. I was like, no, it doesn't. And she was arguing me down about the fact of where the prop was supposed to go. Mind you, I choreographed Dope, so I know where the bar starts. So I'm like, no, it doesn't. So we get into this big argument because my mom, she just like, she feels like she's right. Like, no matter what, she feels like she's right about it.
No, you don't understand that because I told you that in the beginning of this. I didn't tell anybody to leave. Before this even happened, I told you just to tell the dads to bring it right there onto the side. So it happened. Stop for a moment, because that's the way it was supposed to go. You're making it more difficult than what it is. It's not going anywhere. You're gonna walk on stage now with it. No, we're not.
So she's like talking to me about it. She's like, this is right. You're supposed to do this. And I don't like arguing with her, period. But I don't like arguing with her at competition because now we're not even in our home. You know, we're in front of a bunch of other people. And it kind of like drives me insane when she does stuff like that because it's just like, lady, like, come on. Get it together. Like, we cannot be arguing right now. But she wants to get her point. Like, she wants to get her point across, but she wants me to say that she's right. That's not the case. Either way that it goes, the bar was put in the right place, my way, because I was the one that was up there taking the bar. So the argument should have been dropped, period. Then she like brought me to the side to talk to me. And she just said some hurtful things and it just threw me off because like, I don't like when she says hurtful stuff to me. So just threw me off. And I was kind of off for like a little bit throughout the day. I had to walk out and just take a walk.
To see Miss Tamara and Taylor working as mother and daughter, it's kind of funny because they have their moments where they like go head and head together. And it's just funny to see how like sometimes they'll argue and then like how it sometimes turns on us a little bit, just a little bit. But it's funny, but it's also weird in a way.
So I'll tell them to come get it.
Okay.
Can I do that?
My mother, right? Like she was cursing me out in front of a lot of people, right?
Are you really asking me?
I'm honestly asking you. Normally, it's just kind of a thing of me just coming back and dropping the situation. Once I drop the situation and I come back to her and talk, if she's not being like stubborn about it, then she's just like, okay, and she acts like it didn't happen.
I think Taylor's struggles at competition as a staff member is remembering that she is a staff member and not Taylor Rose Whitehead, Tamara Whitehead's daughter. I mean, that's true, but you know, we all have our own relationships outside of being a staff member with each other and with Tamara. And, you know, you have to learn how to separate, you know, the business from the pleasure.
And to remember that our boss is still Tamara. Even though she's your mom, she's still your boss. Whatever she says, I mean, you can debate it, but it's not up for argument in front of a bunch of people.
Especially
at competition.
Working with your daughter, my daughter, is hard. A family business is hard. Taylor Rose came through our program as a dancer and then transitioned into a choreographer. Something that I noticed in her since she was a young girl, probably 6 or 7, her and her friends would choreograph dances, and they were really good. And I would watch her and say, okay, she has something here, and fostered that as she grew up. And now she's an employee of 777. She works here as a staff member and as a choreographer. And at times it can be hard. I attribute our relationship, our working relationship, to homeschooling her. We started homeschooling when she was in the 7th grade, and I believe that helped us a lot in learning how we communicate and how when to step away. At times it still gets kind of spicy, and we are not cool and we don't speak to each other. However, it still comes back around and we love each other. I always tell people, don't get involved because we'll be cool in 10 minutes. You won't be cool because you heard what we said to each other. So just step away when we go at it, and between her and I, we'll work it out. But I am proud to have my daughter to be a staff member and to carry the torch on for 777, having spectacular choreography. And I'm excited to see what comes next.
Next time on Studiotypes, Raising the Bar.